Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Good morning, crypto friends. How are we doing out there? We are streaming live on this wonderful Saturday long weekend here in the United States. Up on the screen, as I mentioned in the title card, you see the magical Mystic Monkeys. These are going to be the NFTs that I will be dropping on OpenSea. And there's a link over there in the chat area. And once I get everything minted in, I'll send the links over if anyone's interested. And just wanted to share that with you, give you a little sneak peek as I continue to work very, very hard and diligently to get all these ready to go. So keep an eye out for that, folks. Let's have a look at the charts. We're looking here at the Bitcoin, and as I mentioned, we are hovering right around this 50,000 mark. Bounced all the way up to, we did touch the, almost got 51K out of it, didn't we? So we are looking at support. We are holding right along very nicely on this 12-day moving average here on the 4-hour time frame. So we have support 49,713.52 and resistance up there. That pesky 5406, 5406.89 is your resistance level to watch out for. Well, let's have a look here. Why can't we see the RSI and stuff? I've completely lost me. There we go. There's the RSI's back and volume. So we see the RSI. We did give overbought. Up here had to cool back down, so RSI is chilling now as we go sideways. So you know the drill. When Bitcoin goes sideways, we tend to see the altcoins go off. So let's have a look. We'll start out here with Ethereum ETH.D. As I mentioned, we did touch that 4K slightly, bounce back, but we are sitting on top of this 12-day moving average. And RSI is cooling off. You see us getting below that 70 range. And we have support 3875.25, resistance 3984.51. Moving on to Cardano, ADA USD. Big things happening in the Cardano land as we get ready for the September 12th debut of the smart contracts. And going to open lots of doors for developers and users like myself. So let's have a look at price action. So we're looking at support to hold at the 2.890 and still in this resistance range up there around that 3.02. So that $3 mark tends to, once we can get breakthrough there and hold, we should be off into the races, folks. Moving on to the Doge. Doge ain't seeing a little bit of action here too as well, so we have support for Doge 0.2971, and that 0.3092 is still giving us some grief as we try to get above there. Let's move on to PolkaDot DOGE.D. PolkaDot's getting on up there as well. And we have resistance setting up at the 34.07 and support is at the 32.693. On to BNB USD. That's Binance Coin. Sitting right on that resistance as we stream this live. So 502.08, that $500 Binance number. And we're looking at support to hold on to, should we need it, on the 487.491. Moving on to Solana SOL USD. I've been buying the dips on SOL, trying to add to my position long term for this particular name. Of course, Cardano and SOL. And we got support for you right on top of that 12-day moving average, 138.764, and resistance still, we can actually bring that down just a little bit in this tight range at 149.65. On to Litecoin. Litecoin finally breaking that $200. milestone as well. So we're getting lots of milestones achieved here. So we're going to be watching resistance up 225, that round number, and support. Found our way at the 206.44. RSI way overbought, so we may need to come back down and retest some of these moving averages. Let's move on to Ethereum Classic ETC USD. Keeping it classy here with Ethereum Classic. So we have resistance up there to 70.920 and support remains at the 69.01, the $69 range. Moving on to MATIC, MATIC USD. Look at that thing go. It's up 13.83%. Stalled out up here right at that 1.670. And we've got some support. If we slide over here, we've been up here before. We've seen this altitude. Let's zoom out just a bit here. And so we're going to look up here at the support level at the 1.623. On to ICP USD. It's up 6%. And traditionally on these long weekends here in the States, we usually have some activity here in the crypto space. So keep your eyes peeled. And so we are looking at support to hold at right there at the 67.940 and resistance up at the 71.866. New one we added to the list, AVAX, AVAX USD, showing lots of strength and activity here. So we've got that on the watch list for you now. And we have resistance at the 48.085 and support 45.667. On to XLM USD, Stellar. Stellar still all bunched up right up there. So we have resistance at the 0.3786. Support just above that 12-day moving average at the 0.3723. Let's move on to Vechain, VET USD, the V of chains. It's up 3.27% so far. RSI did get up into the overbought, come down to chill. So let's see if we can't cool him down and have another go at it here. So support at the 0.1476, resistance up at the 1.15221. On the FIL USD, the filiest of all coins. And we have resistance at the 85.145 and support right there at the 82.279. We'll wrap up the big cappers here with CRO USD. That is the crypto.com token. If you're on that platform, you're looking at resistance at the 0.1744 and support right on the top of that candle right there at the 0.1712. On to the small caps. So start out with the SHIB, SHIB USDT. It's up 7.37%. So the SHIB getting a boost over this long weekend. Broke above this resistance over here. So we're looking at that up just above. So we're going to go with right there. Need to get through that 50772. And then we can get you back on the support at the 50704. On to AMP, AMP USD. It's down 0.5%. So I hadn't quite run yet with some of the other names beating us to the punch. So we're looking at resistance at the 0.0571 and support at the 0.0552. On to IOTA, Internet of Things, up 11.68%. IOTA, nice run up here. Came right off of that golden cross and just blew right through all these resistance levels. So we got new resistance to contend with. It's been quite a while, so I may have to zoom out to the daily to get that for you. There it is. Resistance is going to be right there at the $2.08 range. For resistance, we go back to the 4 hour, get that support right up here, high altitude at the 1.5738 RSI overbought. Has been for 1, 2, 3, 4, several candles here. Did come back down to the 70 range, but we are back to overbought. So maybe some more healthy consolidation up in this range and set some more support levels for us for continuation. Moving on to basic attention coin BAT/USD. It's up 5.7%. Managed to get all the way up to the 0.9502, so it was within striking distance of that $1 for basic attention coin. And we got support back down here. Should touch support on that 12-day moving average, but if we need, we can look at that 0.8711 support level. As we move on to NMR/USD, NMR is up 1.58%. Battling with that resistance as we stream this live for you. So look at resistance 48.729. Support 47.907. On to STORJ/USD. Storj. Storj, we're looking at resistance 1.7923 and support at the 1.6486. NU/USD. Kind of quiet and sleepy here in NU land. So we're down about 1.26%. Just gradually leaking off here and keeps wanting to touch this 50-day moving average. So that's what we're going to look for as we get support at the 0.3257. Moving to some DeFi tokens. Uniswap seeing a lot of activity. And UNI/USD is at 1.67%. We have support right on that current price at the 29.05, slightly below current price, I should say. Resistance close by at the 29.457. On to LINK/USD. That's Chainlink. Chainlink, we have resistance way up here at the 31.210. Support on top of that 12-day moving average, 30.30. And let's move to Aave, AAVE/USD. It's up 2.29%. Resistance up at the 408.029er. And support right there at the 402.772. Heading on over to the Graph token. We're up 4.11%, starting to bleed off a little bit. But we'll watch resistance at the 0.9573. So this one is threatening $1 as well. And support on this massive run up at the 0.938. Moving on to COMP/USD, COMP compound up 2.87%. Sitting right on that previous high right up there. So watch for that one to get through that resistance level at 480.43. And support up here on this pivot high is going to be resistance, I should say. Watch out for this pivot indicated to our left. And their support level gonna be right there at the 470.263. On to MKR/USD. It's up 0.17%. A lot of bouncing action going on here. You see all these successful tests of the 12-day moving average. Double bottom right there. So you got some support to lean back on. 3617.82. Resistance, if I didn't call it out, 3680.02. On to MANA, MANA/USDC, up 2.28%. And let's have a look. What you got, man? We're at 1.02, at $1 range, giving us grief. And support $1 and 1.0099. So really tight range in here as we start to get some consolidation. Nice and healthy up here. Let's have a look at some NFTs before we wrap it up for today. We're looking at Theta. And if our chart would switch over, come on chart, there you go. There's Theta. 3.34% is today's increase in price. So we're up to 7.603. Resistance support is right there. 7.440. CHZ USD up 5.38%. So he got himself all the way up there. Found that resistance level at the 0.4323 and support. Lost that previous low. So we're going to look down. Nothing in the current. Let's look at the 1 hour and see if we can catch it right there. There we go. Support level sitting there just above that 26-day moving average. It is 26-day, right? Yes. Okay, so support at the 0.4147, and we'll switch back to the 4 hour. And as I mentioned, 0.4323. Let's look at audio. Audio down 0.79%, so hasn't ran with his other buddies. But let's see, we managed to get up to 2.929. Resistance and support still hanging in there at the 2.788. Looking at ENJB USD up 1% for today. Watch some of these when these tightening ranges can explode on you. So we'll be watching that for the rest of the day. So resistance up to 2.126, support at the $2, 2.070. Wrapping her up here with Harmony One ONE USD. It's up 3.36%. And we do have just a wee bit of resistance to get through right down here. You see the body of that candle and the wick of this previous high. So we're looking at 0.1272 resistance, support. Very close by at the 0.1247. Let's take a look at the market caps. So we're looking at BTC.D here in TradingView. That shows you the Bitcoin dominance is down to 41.297. As you know, when we go sideways in the Bitcoin, people sell their Bitcoin to buy alts and reverse back when it starts to run. So we're down about 0.5% in BTC market cap. Let's have a look at Ethereum, ETH.D. It's down 1%, so it's given up just a little bit more than the Bitcoin. Cardano, ADA dominance, 4.11%. So we're down about 2% of Cardano, and we'll wrap it up here with the Doge coming in here strong. Doge back up to 1.77% of the crypto market cap is in the Doge. You see this massive volume candle coming in, up 3%. So the total crypto market cap, but folks, we are getting back up there. When, what was our all-time? 2 trillion, almost 3 trillion, I think. Yeah, there's your all-time high sitting up there at the 2,576 billion. We are currently at the 2,280 billion. So we're getting there. And things are looking mighty good here in crypto land. So have a great day out there, folks. I will see you tomorrow. And let me hit you with this brainwash as you go out. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. See you soon. Hey there. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
I like